drives down the paint, leans in, throws it up, shot rejected. Down the paint goes Jabari, kick out right side. O'Brien drives in the paint, shovels off. Jabari down the lane for the jam. Samaki Walker drives against Tubelis on his way to the lane, leans in, throws it out the window, shot is up and good. High jump pass to KJ in the corner. Walker pulls up, three ball is on the way, right between the eyes from downtown.
And there's Jabari Walker, who's having a great sophomore season with the Colorado Buffaloes back in the Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, the proud father of Samaki Walker, joining us here for a couple of minutes at T-Mobile Arena. It's got to be fun for you watching the way your son is growing up here in the sophomore season.
Yeah, under Tab World's tutelage, the young man's beginning to figure some things out.
Yeah.
It's awesome watching.
When did you know that he had, obviously he's got the genes coming from you. When did you know that he had the chance to be an upper level player?
Well, I think, as a father, I've seen the ability there, but you never know how the mindset is developed. As you know, the mindset is the engine behind everything. I think even coming in as a freshman this year, last year there were some doubts, with him.
Yeah.
Was he ready for college basketball? And even thought about redshirting. But we've seen what happened, speed up a couple years later. Jabari's beginning to figure some things out and looking like he's going to be a solid player down the road.
Where's he growing most in your eyes? When you watch him play right now, how has he matured as a player?
I think mentally. A lot of people don't understand what these kids endure on the daily level, coming to the college level, and trying to please, the fan base and things of that nature. And I think he's learned how to tap into himself. I've always tried to get him to go into find himself spiritually, and I think he's beginning to find out who he is, identity as an individual, which is affecting everything else.
That's the toughest thing a lot of times for these players. He's physically gifted.
Yeah.
But so is everybody else out there in the court, right?
Absolutely.
And so you got to learn that this is where it all starts, right?
Absolutely, 100%. As you see amongst all these players, even as these players, everybody wants to go to the next level. All physically gifted. But like we said, the mind is the engine. And I try to get Jabari to think outside of the box as it pertains to basketball and try to think mentally.
Yeah, the Buffs got a nice win in the quarterfinals over Oregon. We had our cameras in the locker room after the victory over the Ducks.
This time of year it's never easy. I'm really proud of you because the way we started that game, we were missing shots and wide open looks, but we just kept coming at it. You didn't let it get you down, and we really strung some stops together in that first half. We showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit, a lot of toughness, and guys, it's not easy this time of year. It's not. If you're playing a game, okay, in the middle of March, you're playing against somebody damn good. Okay, take care of your bodies because it's going to be a war tomorrow, and we got to come ready to fight. And I know we will, guys. You guys have come so far.
Yes.
I'm extremely proud of every single one of you. But our work is not done. We came here to win one game. Now we're here to win another game. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Great celebration after the Buffs knocked out the Ducks. We continue with Samaki Walker, Jabari Walker's father. When I watch him play, the one thing we're talking about him growing mentally, you see him the last maybe month of the season. He used to penetrate kind of low, and then he gets stuck down there. Now he's starting to see the court, isn't he? He's a much better passer than I thought he was ever going to be this young.
Absolutely. I think what these kids think when they first come in, they think it's about scoring.
Yeah.
And then I think, the coaches dread having to break these guys down. It takes them a couple years to get these guys to learn that facilitating is where it's at.
Yeah.
Once you become a threat, it's an honor to get a double team. But once you become a threat, you got to be able to move the ball. And I think he's learning that, and it's making the players around him better.
Everyone knows his dad played a long time in the NBA, was a great player. How much do you compare him to you, or do you try to stay away from doing that?
You know what? You can.
Yeah.
And I do it, and I do it in a responsible way.
Okay.
And I tell Jabari, I want him, our game is obviously different and more physical. And my thing is to encourage him. Obviously, he's going to be a much better player than me down the road, and I hope so. But I encourage him to be physical and understand that physicality impacts the game. As you said down there, having the problem staying low, that's one of the things we talk about.
So it's more important to be the dad than the coach.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Got to be dad.
Yeah. You know what the obvious question is for him. Everyone's talking about going to the NBA, going to the NBA. You talk to him about that?
You know what? It's hard not to talk about.
Yeah.
But I got to leave it up to Jabari. And I tell Jabari, listen, if you feel you're ready, it's just like making the decision to college. If you feel that you're ready, make the move. If not, don't do it. But I'm going to give him my best advice.
Well, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Because we love having him as a Buffalo.
We love being here as well.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Samaki Walker, Jabari's dad, here in Las Vegas for the Pac-12 Conference Tournament coming up. We're talking more basketball in the Stampede.